that you all are doing good. Well, this is your English teacher, Miss Javeria, with another interesting text lesson today. So, my dear students, let's open unit number 19, Life in the Open, and page number 98. Today, we are going to start lesson number 3 of unit number 19. So, let me read the question in the first given exercise. The first given exercise is about where do these animals and birds live? Write the headings above the right sections. Dear students, in your books you can see on page number 98 that there are some pictures given of some animals and some birds. You have to read out the description of these animals and then we have to arrange the headings as according to their information. So at first I am going to read out their description and then we are going to decide then that where should we add the headings on which animals. The headings that are given here are mountain, lake, grassland and deserts. So let me read the first description. In the first picture there is a camel. The camel can carry heavy loads for many weeks. It is found in dry countries, especially in deserts. It can go for many days without food or water. It has white feet that do not sink into the sand and eyelashes that stop the sand getting into its eyes. When it eats a lot, the hump on its back gets bigger. When there is nothing to eat, the hump gets smaller. Dear students, as you can see in the picture that the camel is given and the description of this camel is this, that the camel can carry heavy loads. Normally they are found in the dry places like deserts. If the camel eats a lot, there is a hump, there is a raised mass on its back. It gets bigger when the camel eats a lot. And when it eats little, this raised mass, which is called hump, gets smaller. Now in the next picture, you can see that there is a picture of a yak. The yak also carries things for humans. It can carry less than a camel. It lives high up in the mountains where the weather can be very cold. It has narrow hard hooves for walking along mountain paths. The yak has a coat of long thick hair to keep it warm in winter. Farmers milk their yaks every day. They use the milk to make butter and cheese. Now, my dear students, after the first picture, we have read out the description of the camel, and now the next picture that is given here is a picture of a yak. And the information and the facts that we have read about the yak is that yak also carries loads for the humans, and normally it is found in the mountainous areas. The yak has hard hooves. Why it has hard hooves? Because it lives in the mountains and there the path is bumpy normally. So basically that's why its hooves are very hard, so that it can walk easily in the mountainous areas. The yak has a coat of long thick hair to keep it warm because the weather in the mountain areas are normally very cold. So that's why its skin is very thick and warm. Farmers milk their yaks every day and they use that milk to make butter and cheese. Now, my dear students, after completing these two descriptions, let's move on to page number 99. On page number 99, you can see that the first picture is given of the ducks. Now, we are going to read out the description about the ducks. The duck is a water bird. It can fly, walk on land, swim and dive underwater. It uses its white beak to dig for worms in the mud and also to eat underwater grasses. It has short wings. It has webbed feet for swimming. Now, my dear students, duck is a very common water bird. You all have seen it already. It can fly, it can walk on land, it can swim and it can dive underwater. The duck is very multi-talented. It can do a lot of things. It can swim, it can walk, it can dive underwater. And what does it do? It also eats underwater grasses. When it swims in underwater, it can also eat the underwater grasses, and it has webbed feet for swimming and for walking. Now let's move on to the last picture, that is the picture of a very dangerous bird that is called vulture. The vulture is a bird that eats dead animals. It makes its net on cliffs and flies over the grasslands to look for food. It has very long wings. It uses its claws and sharp beak to pull away pieces of meat from dead animals. Now the last picture of the bird that is given here is the picture of a vulture. They are telling us that the vulture is a bird that eats dead animals. It does not eat the live animals. First it makes them dead and then it eats the flesh of the dead animals. It makes its nets on cliffs and flies over the grassland in search of food. It has very long wings. If you can see the vulture, you can search on the internet as well, or you can see in any source of book that the vulture has very long wings. It uses its sharp claws and beak to pull away pieces of meat from the dead animals. Now, my dear students, after completing the description and the information of these animals and birds, do you remember at first I told you and I read out one exercise that I told you that after the description and after the explanation we are going to add on the headings under these pictures. So at first, now after completing this picture, let's move on to the next picture, that is the picture of the yak. And we have already read out the description of the yak, that the yak is normally found in the mountains area. So we have to write here mountain. In the first blank we have written desert, in the second blank we have written mountain. And now let's move on to page number 99, and the first picture that is given here is the picture of duck. And we have read out that the ducks are live in the lakes. So we have written here lake, and in the last picture this is the picture of the bird vulture, and we have already read out about vulture that the vultures are normally live in the grasslands. So now let's repeat the answers with me. In the first picture desert, the second picture of the yak mountain, the third picture of the duck lake, and the last picture of the vulture grasslands. So my dear students, now let's move towards the difficult words of this lesson, lesson number 3, unit 19, life in the world. Alright kids, now here we have some difficult words of unit number 9, life in the open. Let's read out, let's pronounce, and let's spell these words with me. The first word that is given here is a yak. Y-A-K, yak. The second word is paths. P-A-T-H-S, paths. The third word is desert. D-E-S-E-R-T, desert. The second last word is hump. H-U-M-P, hump. And the last word is vulture. V-U-L-T-U-R-E, vulture. Let's repeat these words with me. Yak, paths, desert, hump, and vulture. Now let's move on to the vocabulary meanings of the same unit, life in the open. The first vocabulary that is given here is a desert. The meanings for the word desert is a dry, sandy covered area of land. The second vocabulary is hump. The meaning for the word hump is a rounded, raised mass. As you have already seen that on the camel's back there is a raised mass that is called hump. The third word is hooves, the horny part of the foot of an animal. And the last vocabulary that is given here is webbed, united by a fold of a skin. Now my dear students, we have already read out the chapter. We are done with the difficult words and vocabulary meanings. So now here we have the two most interesting exercises of this text chapter. Alright kids, so now we have one interesting text exercise. For that exercise, you have to open page number 98 and you have to look for exercise number 2. That is, complete the sentences with words from the box. यार वो बॉक्स लिखा गलत लिख दिया मैंने यार एक तो ये और है क्या Alright kids, so now we have one an interesting text exercise, and for that exercise you have to open page number 98 and you have to look for exercise number 2, that is complete the sentences with words from the text. The text that you have read, the descriptions about the animals, we have to use and we have to pick out some words to complete these sentences. Let me read the first sentence for you. The first sentence that is given here is both yaks and camels carry dash on their back. Both yaks and camels carry loads on their back. The next sentence is a dash can walk along way without any water. That is a camel. It can walk a long way without any water. Now let's move towards the third sentence. Farmers make dash and dash from the milk of the yaks. We have already read out that the farmer makes butter and cheese from the milk of the yak. Let's move towards the next sentence. A duck has webbed feet for swimming. A duck has webbed feet for swimming because it can also walk, so its feet are very webbed. Now let's move towards the next sentence, that is a duck eats dash and grasses, but a vulture eats dead animals. Here the word a duck eats bones and vulture eats dead animals. We have already read out these words and these facts about the animals in the text. Now let's move towards the last sentence, that is a vulture pulls meat into pieces with its dash and dash, with its claws and beak. Now my dear students, let's repeat these words from the text with me. Number 1 loads, number 2 camel, number 3 butter and cheese, number 4 webbed, number 5 worms and dead animals, and number 6 claws and beak. Now my dear students, we have one more interesting text exercise. Let's move towards it. Alright kids, so here we have the next text exercise, and for this exercise you have to open page number 99 and you have to look for exercise number 3, that is complete the comparisons. In this exercise there are some comparisons given. They are comparing two animals regarding their fact files and you have to complete the incomplete sentences from the words. The first sentence that is given here is, in fact the first comparison that is given here is a dash has a smaller, harder feet than a camel. The answer for this sentence is yak. A yak has a smaller, harder feet than a camel. The next sentence is the dash of a yak is longer than the dash of a camel. In the bracket, there is given that the word will be same in both blanks. So the answer is hair. The hair of a yak is longer than the hair of the camel. You can see in the picture as well that the yak has a very long hairs as compared to the hair of the camel. Camel has short hair and yak has very long hair. The third sentence is a vulture has longer dash than a duck. A vulture has longer wings than a duck. Here they are comparing the two birds, vulture and ducks, and they are telling us that a vulture has longer wings than a duck. Let's move towards the next sentence. A vulture's dash is sharp than a duck's. A vulture's beak is sharp than a duck's beak. Now let's move towards the second last sentence, that is the dash is colder in the mountains than in the desert. The weather, the climate, it is colder than the weather in the desert areas. And the last sentence, the last comparison that is given here is a camel's dash gets smaller when there is not enough food. A camel's hump. We have already read out this thing in the description that the camel's hump gets smaller when it does not get enough food. My dear student, that's all from my today's lesson. Today we have read out a very interesting chapter. We have understood some description of the animals and the birds. We have done the difficult words, the vocabulary meanings, and very interesting two exercise. I hope that you have enjoyed my today's lesson. I will catch you next week inshallah with another lesson. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz. Good.